Going live. Going live. All right. Hello. Oh, wait, what happened to my thing? Okay. Hello to my beautiful knights and queens of the world. You already know who it is. It's Mr. Royal Diamond, aka Mr. Nieves, coming back at you with another incredible live. So today my live is going to be about setting up a mattress topper, which is a queen size memory foam. I got it for $63 on Amazon. That's including taxes because you know how that is. And I'm also gonna do like my setting up my home gym. So I have like the what you call those things, the padding, like the mats, whatever, the padding, the mats, whatever the case may be. I had that for a while now. Still haven't got a chance to set it up because I wanted to do it live, as I mentioned prior. So let's get right into it. Wishing everybody an incredible. Let me move my other thing this way so I could get like a better view together. My apologies. Wishing everybody an incredible happy Saturday, an incredible weekend. Remember, you have the power to change anything you want in your life. So if you want something new, you want some different results, you got to put in the action behind there. Wishing everybody an incredible day at work. Anybody who's working today, or if you're off today, then wishing you an incredible day. Much success. So let's get into it. I'm gonna get some scissors so I can cut open the box. This is the box right here. This is how big the box is. It says mattress topper right there. It's a queen size. Be heavy. Its memory foam is 4 inches. I got it. Oh, mommy. How's everyone doing today? How we feeling? How we vibing? Welcome to my live, everyone. If you're using any sharp objects, just be careful. If any kids are doing any kind of like lives or videos, make sure you're doing things for them that involve anything sharp. You know what I'm saying? You cut things open for them. Got to make sure the children are safe. Cut this open. Cutting that open. I'm sorry if you guys can't see that. Let me see if I can put it here. And I cut it open. My man. That song is stuck in my head now. Got me crazy. There we go. All right. There we go. So open the box. Put the scissors away. Oh, it's so thick. Okay. This is how it comes. Remember, it's vacuum sealed, so you gotta open it and let it do its thing. Here it is. This is the mattress topper. It's vacuum sealed. Make sure you spread it out. The direction says you spread it out, you pat it down, like move the things around, you kind of like massage a little bit. Let it sit for 24 hours. Another picture says 72 hours. So far that's how my mattress is looking. It's looking thick and plump and full. I have my heater going to make the process more easier. So this is the instructions right here. This is the instructions right here, right here. It says mattress topper, memory foam topper. Sincerely for your quality life. Your quality life. And this is the back. It gives you directions of how to do it. And it says some prepared tips. Open the vacuum package. Take out the topper. It will look flat. Step two, pat the topper enough to make the stuffing shredded memory foam blocks separate to give them enough space to restore fully. So give them space to become the thickness it is. And it said leave it alone for some hours. It will restore original fluffy. Later enjoy the hugging feeling of topper giving you. So you give it like if one like I was saying, one picture says 24 hours, the other picture says 72 hours. So you know what I mean? Care tips recommend to use a fitted sheet to protect the topper in order to the length of its service life. Yeah, so you put on top of the mattress and you put like a fitted sheet. So I also have those, but I'll do that maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday morning. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna open my topper. This is how big it is. Okay. Restricted. Your life is not eligible for recommendation. Restricted search results because it redirects user to purchase product outside TikTok. This in line with or for your field standard under our community guidelines, which we are updated to support best user experience. So you're saying I'm restricted because well, I'm not telling nobody to buy anything. What are you talking about? Restricted in search results. Okay, because it restricts users. Because it redirect users to purchase products outside TikTok. Because it what? Because it redirects. I'm not redirecting nobody to buy anything. I don't know. I don't know. So just a disclaimer because TikTok is saying that apparently I'm redirecting people or whatever nonsense is saying. So my apologies for that. I'm not telling nobody to buy anything. I'm just showing what I bought and my live and setting up my room. Same thing with every other video that I post. I'm not telling nobody to buy anything. I'm just saying where I got it from and how much I paid for it. If people decide to buy anything, that's on their free will, not because I told them. It doesn't begin to make sense because TikTok be buying, selling stuff on TikTok Shop and people posting all types of stuff from the things that they do and stuff like that. So, but anywho, I digress. But I thank God either way because as everybody knows, when you're achieving greatness, you're going to be met with resistance or challenges, and it's the way you go about it. But either way, just making that disclaimer because I'm gonna still do my thing, and it is what it is. Thank you, Lord. All right, so I'm gonna open my thing and let it unfold naturally. My man, my man, my man. That's my baby. All right, so there you go. All right. It does like the poofiness. It goes, you know what I'm saying? So I got that. So I got the thing, you know what I mean? So, in the name of Jesus, I said, turn it around for me, Lord. Uh-huh. My stitch picture. I gotta put it back up. I fell the last time I put my bed up. Gotta make space. So I'm gonna move my things, my pillows, my pillows, my blankie. I gotta put this away too. It's my Christmas blankie. So my man, my man, my man. He's at my baby. Look at me, son. I'm crazy. My man, my man, my man. That's my baby. Okay, there we go. So let me see. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna do that. I had 10 viewers. Thank you, 10 viewers. I didn't even see the 10 viewers, but 1 minute, Big Papa, Cisco. Who is Cisco? Hello, Cisco. So, and then I'm gonna go back. Alright, and then I'm live. Okay. Going back on live. Alright. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my live. So, I already got it open. I'm gonna take it out, let it do its thing, pat it down like it says. So, alright. Oh my god, my eye. Alright. Okay. I'm rolling it out, as you can see. Yes, it's in my eye. God. Okay. And let it do it. And then, what's the heavy? Alright. Okay. Move that. Pat it down, it says. So I can do the fluffiness. It also brings 4 straps, so you can strap it to your bed. Pat it down so the memory foam can do its thing. Alright. 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 Do its thing. Alright. Pat it down. Do its thing. So I got it. So give it some time so it could do its things. Yeah, let my viewers know in the name of Jesus. Yeah, I mean, so I already patted down, so the memory foam has space to do its thing. So give it some time. I'm gonna leave it for like a day, maybe 3 days, kind of give it its thing. Usually I put the heater to kind of heat it up, because the warmer it is, the more it expands. You know what I'm saying? So that is good. All right, so I'm gonna move my cameras this way because that's where I'm gonna start my whole gym. Setting up my gym, moving things around. Put Stitch over here. Um, gonna put this over here. So how's everyone's doing? Wishing everybody an incredible, amazing Saturday. So I'm gonna start turning everything this way so you guys can see. All right. This is the area I'm gonna put it in. I'm turning everything this way. This is like fighting me. Don't know why you're fighting me. This is the area. Don't mind the mess. I gotta organize it clean. All right. Moving this way. If I can see that. That's gonna be the area I'm gonna do my gym. If you guys can see this party like that. So this is where I'm gonna do my gym area. So just bear with me as I move things around and clear things up. I have a lot of clothes I gotta move around. I have like my giant bag of laundry that still gotta go through. This is going over here. A whole bunch of clothes that I have just sitting here. My man. This is my pile of clothes. I definitely gotta go through my clothes again and see what else I could donate. Just put it over here. My bag of ties. Oh, my bag of ties, because I do own my own online business as well. Over here. Laundry basket. Okay. This is like my workout pads that I bought. I'm gonna set these up too so I can start my, put my gym together. I bought two of the same and one different. Hopefully they can kind of interconnect. My baby. What's there? This giant bag, I'm moving over here. Whoa, all right. Okay. Organizing my clothes. Gotta fold and organize everything. My man. Alright, another stack of clothes. Gotta, fold, put away. That gotta go over there. Alright, sweaters, hoodies. Don't even know what I'm wearing today. Gotta do it right. Do it right. Do it right. I'm Michael Cool. My man. He's my baby. Looking at style, you're looking kind of crazy. Alright. My stitchy sweaters. This is my Stitch sweater. Because I love Stitch. Gotta keep me warm. Get me warm. I have another one. This is my tia. She gave me one for Christmas. Super soft. It's like a suede type of material. Keep me warm, Stitch. Alright, here we go. Alright. This is another stack of clothes. I'm trying to move everything. All this. This is all my business clothes that I have, professional clothes. I have a stack of these. Um, I have another one. You see how different types of clothes, shirts, by the grace of God. A good reminder to never be afraid to chase the goals and dreams that God placed inside of you, because you don't know where He's going to take you. And you have incredible potential, and it's a great purpose for your life. God gave you life for a reason with a purpose. You know what I mean? I got more clothes. I got my vest. This is my vest for Friday's meeting. A little colorful. Definitely love the red one. It has like a metallic thing to it. You know what I mean? All right. Okay. Got more. All right. Where am I put this stuff at? All right. Okay. Actually, let me put it over here. Don't want it to be in the way. Uh, Business team shirt. Pretty dope. My man. Driving me crazy. All right. This is just extra, like hangers for like your closet and stuff. So you put more like shirts and stuff on there. Um, oh, my surround speaker for my TV. I have so much stuff. It's crazy. All right. So this can go. All right. I don't even know what this. Oh, my choclitas. All right. This can go over here. My apologies. Definitely gotta do a lot. My shoes can go over there. So this is my bench that I have. We'll bring it closer. Okay. All right. My bench. I got this during like during the pandemic. It was like $70-$80. I got it off I think it was Amazon or eBay. I started working out when everything was like shut down. So maintain the body. It's good for your health, mind, body, and soul. I don't know if you guys can see it. My apology because I have so many lives going on at one shot. It goes up like that. You have like your padding here, and then you have like your resistance band. So like you can just sit on this like this. You know what I'm saying? And then it all depends how you want to work it too. It depends if you go like that. And it's just like, and then you have like your feet here. You can put your feet in here. And if you wanted to do like abs, you could do abs as well. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of keep yourself. This is supposed to be like, or if you want to like double wrap it, you could double wrap. Just be careful with any kind of gym equipment. If you want to do like that, you could do. It's just basically toning and stretching your muscles and stuff like that. Stuff like that. And then you can put this back down. Like over here. And then you could do like abs. You could go like that. It's just kind of like, or you could go like that. And you can already feel it when you go, you know what I'm saying, when you do abs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, and also goes all the way down till you go all the way back and up. So, that's my. Oh, that's not it. There you go. All right. Little moppies and stuff like that. My man. All right. So I'm gonna put like the padding down. So I'm gonna put the padding. So wish me luck. If two are the same and two are not, I'm trying to figure out exactly how to like, you know what I mean, like how to put it so it cover. Because I also have like, weights and stuff like that. I gotta put together. I want it to be like in this section portion right here. Move this way, this that way. All right. My man. He driving me crazy. All right, you can go over here. My picture. All right, so let's do it. You know what I mean? Also good for yoga. So I bought all these at Ollie's for $10. They're a set of 4 in each pack, so I have 3 packs, and it's 24 by 24, so basically like 2 feet. right? 12, 12, 2 feet by 2 feet. So it covers a lot. So this is how big one package is right here, you know? So I'm gonna open it and get it together. And these two are made by Goodyear. Goodyear. If I put these here, all right. And then you like kind of connect them together. It's like a little puzzle. So I don't know if I want to put like, um, if I put two more over here. Mommy, they keep driving me crazy. Connect that there. Alright, and I want to add more on this side to have more space. Alright, so you could do that. Alright. If I put two more be over here, but put it that way. I don't know how much space would I need though. Alright, let me see. Then you can take like the edges off if you want to add like more to the side. So like this, you could take the edges off so you can connect more because I bought, to see how much I want it to look. Because I want it to be like this way, you know what I mean? So I gotta open this package. That. There we go. Look up there. Hello everyone, welcome to my live. I thank you. I love you. God bless you. Good morning, everyone. Wishing everybody an incredible Saturday. Get rid of that. See if I could do like here. And then two more over there. That should be enough, I think. If I add okay. Listen, he's driving me crazy. Okay. That's that. You should kind of like pat it down. It's like a puzzle. You just like pat it down so it can connect together. And then, so far that's how much it's looking. So I'm going to put this here. No, I'm going to leave that like that. And then if I put two here in the corner, I just need one in the middle. That took two off. I need all this in the bottom. Alright, so this can go. Push that over there. Yeah. Then pat it down. Take the other one out so it can kind of like do the thing. Another one, get that out of there. There you go, pat it down. Yeah, I need just one more. Alright. So, make this work, put it in between. You know what I mean? So, wish me luck. I mean, it's looking good. I like it. Because you know what? Maximize your space, so I have my section for like my rest area, my office area, my workout area, entertaining areas in the middle, you know what I mean? A lot, set yourself up for success. So the more you empower your environment, align with your goals and dreams, then the more you are to be committed and stay with the routine of being aligned with your goals and dreams. I have another one here. Mommy, and he's mommy. He's mommy. Alright, this is another one that comes off. unless it's supposed to be you know what I mean? Like that. I don't even know if you feel like that. Because if I put my thing there, let me put my okay, let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna make this work. There you go. Alright. Lord have mercy. There we go. Gotta make sure my wire thingies. My man. He driving me crazy. Alright. Yeah, so you see if I put this. I might move this one over. Alright, move this one over. Put that in here. Alright. I gotta dust this off a little bit. That'd be kind of crazy. I wonder if it'd be okay like that. I want something in the corner. I don't want it to be looking crazy. He driving me crazy. Maybe if I take this off. Alright, I'm trying to make this. Alright, if I just get that, you know what I mean? Let's see if I had it here. Something like that. Or if I had it the other one, maybe? That's it. I like it. This makes more sense. I'm trying to make it fit. My apologies. Make it work. Make it work. Make it work. Yeah, I don't know. Either way. Because I'm not going to spend too much time with this. Put this here. Move that here. Because I need to find my ways. Either way. Okay. Something bend me. Something bend me from the edge. Trying to make this. Yeah, I guess I can do it. Somebody said, oh, there. Oh, there. You know what, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go like that. So far that's what I got. I don't know if you guys can see that. So far I have this. If you guys can see, I'm turning this a little bit more this way so you guys can see it. So far that is that. If you guys can see that, that's so far what I got right there. All right, I'm gonna bring my weights in so you guys can see it. If you guys can see that, I'm gonna turn it more this way so you guys can see it. There you go. All right. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to my live. I thank you. I love you. God bless you. Wishing everybody an incredible, successful Saturday. Okay. Somebody said they got the all that. Something bit me and it is itching all that. So these are my dumbbells. These are 20. Right? Yeah, 20 each. I also got these during the pandemic. It was a gift to me. It was $40 a piece. Got this at some kind of like sporting goods store. So you could do like your workout like that. Shoulder presses. I think that's what you call them. Or you could just do like your arms. Also, you could do like your twists and stuff like that. So you could do that as well. So that's one set here. All right, that's one there. Then I got my 10 pounds. These are my 10 pounds right here. Can you see that 10 pounds? My 10 pounds. I bought these 15 a pop at a workout store, I guess you could say. Oh, excuse me. I got these so you could like start off small, like smaller weights, so you could kind of build your strength into your muscles. So you could do like your twists, or especially if you want to do like you know, for like your chest muscle or like presses. So that way you're not putting overloading your muscle with too much weight because you could damage or rip your muscles like that. Okay. All right. Then I got my dumbbells, and I have they're 10 and I think 10 and 2.5 weights as well. I bought the $25 for like the pole. I got that, and then also I got these at Walmart. These little weights. I think it was like $10 if I'm not mistaken per weight, and then like five, $3 or $5 for like the smaller weights. And these are good if you're doing like your presses. You know what I mean? So you have those as well. I have another one. Okay. Then I have my longer bar right here. So this one, I bought this also the bar. This bar I bought during the pandemic. Same thing where like the padding for you like your head when you do like squats and stuff like that. These are size 10 right here. They're the longer bars, so you can do like more of your waist and stuff like that. Or if you're doing like over your shoulders like that, or if you're gonna do like squats, you know. So far that's what I got. Close this door over here. All right, because it's all of that. All right. I don't know if you guys can see me. Can you guys see me? All right. So, all right. These you can screw on. These are both you can either screw on, so you can add more weight or less weight. So with any workout or any routine you guys trying to do, make sure you start with something you're comfortable with. Don't go too fast, too hard. You don't want to hurt yourself. You don't want to damage anything. You want to take your time. Who is that? Jari. Hello, Jari. So doing my gym, girl. And so yeah, so if you do any kind of workout, take your time. Don't go too hard, too fast. Don't overload yourself with weight. Make sure you practice your proper positioning. Your form. Form is very important for any kind of workout, no matter how small or how big you're trying to go. You always start with small weights so that way you can feel the comfort or what you're comfortable with, so you don't tear nothing apart. You don't hurt yourself because you can really hurt yourself if you're not doing any kind of workout properly. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to damage anything in your body. Um, I'm not a physical coach or a fitness coach by no means. This is just based off my own personal experience and what works for me, what I also learned. Everybody's different. Everybody's body is different. So something that works for me not might work for you. Something that works for you might not work for me. You know what I'm saying? You start with small weights so that you get the comfort, you get build strength. For me, it was like shoulders. Like you can't put too much pressure on your shoulders. You got to make sure you start small so you can build like the strength in your shoulders, because then you might end up like tearing something or you might be sore. But the whole point of like working out is developing the identity of a person who works out, and you take your time, you have fun with it. It's you versus you. You have nothing to prove to nobody. If for anybody who struggles with self-esteem issues, with body issues, or you have like this identity within yourself that you struggle with, either being thick, fat, plump, round. My personal testimony, my experience, I was fat twice in my life. I was almost 200 pounds, but I decided to do something about it when I noticed that I was fat. Backstory to that: I didn't know I was fat. I'm Latino, so Latin families kind of have like this um naiveness about them because they want you to eat, and they say you're beautiful, and they do out of kind heartedness, but they don't realize that you're getting fat and chubby. You know what I'm saying? And some of them, they do it out of love, but when you realize yourself that you're overweight or you're out of breath or you just don't know, then you're gonna have that realization, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Because they're not gonna tell you you're fat. Me personally, I'm not sure about everybody else, but me personally, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, you're so cute, gordito, and you don't realize how gordito you are until the bed start breaking and you're out of breath and you're wobbling, wobbling up the stairs. My backstory: I didn't know I was fat the first time because I guess how you can say it, I struggled with, I guess, depression without realizing I was struggling with depression because I had self-esteem issues, I have self-image issues growing up as a kid. So I didn't realize that I was eating away through my emotions, my feelings. That's another thing too. For all of you who kind of like don't realize you're eating through your pain or your sorrow, and it's just kind of like your defense mechanism. Because when you eat, you know, subconsciously you feel good. You feel, oh, this feels good. But when you attach that to emotions and feelings that you really don't know what you're experiencing, and you just keep eating and eating and eating, and then you end up getting fat, and that becomes like your comfort, but it's not healthy for you. That was my backstory. Didn't know I was suffering from depression. Didn't know I was the whole self-image thing until like later on in life, until like God revealed a lot of things to me and make things more clear in my past. So I got in the habit of eating a lot. I used to eat like 3 times a day, but like twice every time, on top of eating a whole bunch of unhealthy snacks like chips, ice cream, cookies. And I'm talking about when I was like 12, 14ish. That's my first time being fat. So I got fat. I was almost 200 pounds. I didn't know I was fat until back then when I went to go lay down. It was nighttime, getting ready for school. I laid down, and for some reason, my entire body rolled to the middle of the bed. It wasn't even the edge. It rolled like to the middle of the bed. And I was like, what is happening? Why, like, what? Did my bed just break? Like, I was just confused. So when I turned on the light, because remind you, it's night something at night. It's like 9:30 at nighttime. Turn on my light. I'm looking at my bed trying to figure out what just happened. Why did I just roll in the middle of my bed? Come to find out, like my bed literally did like the imprint of my body. Like literally, I was fat. I was almost 200 pounds. I was like a ball. Even though I was thick, don't get me wrong. I was like, I call it fat, but I was like really thick in the right place. It had big chest, big arms, big booty, big thighs, big everything, except like the waist. The waist was a little round, but it wasn't that much round. But it wasn't healthy. So when I realized, I was like, holy Jesus, like my bed literally did like the whole, it molded my body. That's what I was like, holy Jesus, I'm fat. Like I'm not thick as they were saying. I'm fat. Like, so that what caused me to go to the gym with my uncle. I took it very seriously because even though I was fat and thick, I loved to run. I was very like I was into soccer. Like I was, you know what I'm saying? Because we used to live in a project, and nobody could understand how someone my size could be at faster than all the skinny ones on the field. You get what I'm saying? And I used to do track in school. Like when we do gym and stuff like that, because I used to love to run, and they couldn't. Because I didn't never thought I was fat. I was always thought I was gordito. I'm little gordito. You look all cute gordito and all this other stuff, but come to find out, I was fat. You know what I mean? So something's got to be very careful. So that was my backstory the first time. The second time I got fat, I was almost legit like 200 pounds. I was like 190 something, almost 200 pounds. That was in my early 20s, like 20, 21, 22. And it's the same thing. I was dealing with a lot of emotional things as well. And then in real, like I was under a lot of stress. I was overwhelmed. Being part of like certain families, like you don't realize you take on the role that's not your role of taking care of others or your family, or being the glue, as some people call it, and kind of being the backbone for your family. You don't realize it, on top of going to school, on top of working, on top of trying to get, figure out your life and just dealing with a lot of internal things, and I went into, this whole thing of just eating again, and not realizing that I'm eating day and night and eating snacks, and I blew up like a ball. Like I was just, wow, you know what I mean? And that was the second time I got fat. So the second time I got fat and I realized I was fat, I started doing Insanity. That was years ago. It was like a workout program. I did a sanity workout program to kind of lose all the weight because I was just so, you know what I'm saying? I was chubby and I was huge, and it really messed with your self esteem. So I got serious. I got on this program, and as big as I was doing the program. I was exhausted. I was literally sweating that my entire clothes was full of sweat. Like I would just peel them off, and it was like a pile of water, and I lost weight. And saying, like, what you see now, it's like over the years of taking workout seriously. Sometimes, I will stop, I will go, I will do a couple months here, but I always try to, health wise, just keep myself physical form. Like what you see now was over the years. Like I roughly, when I was 26, around there, I signed up for Planet Fitness, and I was driving, I was going to the gym, and it's been like maybe 7 to like 10 years of a journey, because I'm 35 now. So getting back into the swing of things, because what we fail to realize is it's better to start your healthy habits when you're young than when you're older, because when you're older you don't have that much energy, and it's harder to establish something that's gonna add to your life. Sometimes we get so caught up, like the limelight, you could say, that we're drinking, we're smoking, we're doing reckless things, we're not feeding ourselves properly, that we end up destroying ourselves from the inside out, and we don't realizing we're doing this kind of damage to our bodies, to our mind, to our spirit, to our soul. So it's very important to understand that what you want to do for your life, it has to be something that is long term, but it's something that's going to be healthy for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do things to try to please anybody else but you, because even if you achieve the success, when you sit back and you look at it that you're doing things for somebody else, you won't feel satisfied, because you feel like you had to force yourself to become or do something that wasn't for you personally. You know what I'm saying? So I digress on that portion. So this is why, you have to set up your environment for your success. So if you want to be a person, or establish the identity of a person that works out or eat healthy, you fill your cabinet with healthy food, you have fruits and snacks, you don't entertain junk food, you don't entertain stuff that's gonna poison you. Same thing with your spirit, same thing with your mind, same thing with your soul. The more light and love you give, and you resonate within, and you entertain, the more you become that. If you entertain negativity or poison, that's exactly what you become. Your life is a reflection of how you feel, and the actions and habits that you entertain on a daily. You know what I'm saying? So I tell everybody that I can that God is faithful and He loves you. He doesn't judge you. He doesn't care about your past. He cares about your heart. So when you align yourself with God, He's going to reveal to you a lot of incredible and beautiful things that will destroy every single doubt that you have when it comes to your life, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your self esteem, when it comes to your self worth, when it comes to your identity. Do not get caught up in this world and the illusion people try to feed you, because everything that looks pretty is not pretty in the inside. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of times what looks ugly on the outside is actually beautiful in the inside, and the same thing vice versa. So, whatever you're trying to accomplish in your life, I urge you to make sure that this is something that God is calling you to pursue, because when you have the okay, and you know this is what God called you to do, it will not fail you. It will prosper. It will be a blessing. It will be something that will take your breath away. God is faithful in everything that He does and how He does it. You understand what I'm telling you? I really want to dig a little deeper about self image, about self worth. Your value and who you are and what you bring doesn't come from the world. It doesn't come from material things. It doesn't come even from yourself. It comes from God. Because if Jesus Christ Himself can forgive the very people who betrayed Him, persecute Him, murder Him, abuse Him, slander His name, He can forgive you. God loves us with such a precious love that it surpasses our own understanding. Oftentimes we don't go to God because we feel we are not worthy because of our sin or because of our mistakes. Also, an identity. When you find your worth and your truth in Christ, the things of the world will not interfere with you. They will not bother you. They will not convince you to do or become someone you're not. There's a reason why God made you the way He made you and how you look. Too many people are out here getting BBLs, getting Botox, getting lip injection, changing their body. It's becoming too much, and they're becoming like these dolls. You know what I'm saying? And it did because they're insecure. When people do stuff like that, don't be deceived. It's a deep rooted insecurity that they manifested as an identity, thinking that, oh, if I do this, I'll be pretty. You know how many people do all these surgeries and they still are not beautiful because they don't feel beautiful, Your beauty comes from God. It comes from within. It comes facing yourself every day in the mirror and telling yourself how beautiful and how valuable you are, even when you don't see the result, even when you're fat, even when you feel ugly, even when you don't have attention for nobody, even when you feel like you're alone. You understand what I'm telling you? Because at the end of the day, when you go to Christ, even with what you call flaws, He loves you. You know what I'm saying? He talks to you. He helps you. He helps you understand. If you want to change something, then you can change it. But don't go to the extreme of, adjusting your body, or putting things toxins in your body, and next thing you know, you don't realize who you are anymore. You know what I'm saying? Even famous people now that did all this work, they're getting rid of all the lip injection, the booty injection, the BBLs, all this other stuff, because they know that's not who they are. You know what I'm saying? You also got to think long term. If you get any kind of work done on your body, you have to realize that those body parts that you wanted to be so perfect are going to look perfect, but everything else is not going to look perfect when you're like 80 years old, when you're like pellejo cegao, and you're just looking older. You know what I'm saying? Getting older, right? And your body changing the way it does, it's a blessing from God, but you can also work out and maintain your body in your physical form. You know what I'm saying? The Holy Spirit lives within yourself. We are a vessel of God. We have to take care of ourselves, mind, body, and soul and spirit. So if you have to cut ties with anybody, if you have to close the door on anybody, if you have to walk away for whatever it may cause, or whatever it may be, then by all means, because when you honor God in everything, He honors you in everything. You get what I'm saying? So if God is telling you leave this person alone, God is telling you don't do this, God is telling you, and when you say yes, Lord, I'm gonna be obedient, I'm gonna follow what you're telling me, and I'm gonna, later on in life, you're gonna see like, wow, this is why God told me to leave that person alone. This is why God told me not to do this. This is why God told me, even though we wanted to attach ourselves so much because we wanted validation. But why do you want validation from the very poison that's going to kill you? Do that make sense? You understand what I'm telling you? So this is why everything comes down to your self-image, to your self-esteem, your self-worth, who you are, who you want to be, what you want to stand for in life. Everything you do has an effect. Everything you do has a cause. Everything you do is influence somebody either positive or negative. You understand what I'm telling you? So this is what I try to tell people. If you can change anything you want, so take your time in doing that. You're not in competition with nobody. You're not in rush with nobody. Please don't get caught up in this social media light and stuff like that. The only reason why I do all this social media, why I do my lives and all this stuff, is because God called me to do it. But people who know me, this is not me at all. Like, I used to be very conservative. Like, I never put myself out there like this. This is all for the greater glory of God, to help God's people in whatever form that may be. Because it's not easy coming on, doing lives, making videos, making a schedule, the routines. It's not an easy thing to put yourself out there. Even earlier, like, to be very honest, I wanted to put a hat because as you can see, like, I struggle like with like thinning of my hair, and I lost my hair, years ago. I think it was because a lot of stress, like I was telling you, not realizing and thinking that some kind of like this is my job, or like I'm obligated, or I'm like the superhero. But yeah, being sad, being depressed, crying all night, I'm not eating right, smoking, drinking, partying, doing random things I shouldn't be doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, this is not the life God wants for me. Even though you feel like you're doing something honorable, even though you feel like, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, we're not gods at one, and we can't save people who don't want to be saved. You understand what I'm telling you? And it's that simple. Sometimes it's very hard when these people are your family, are your brothers and sisters, are your aunts and uncles, are your grandmothers. Like, you feel like you have to save them. But we have to understand, like, if you're trying to save someone who's drowning and you don't know how to swim, you're going to drown with them. You have to have faith that God is telling you to let go, to trust His plan, and He will take care of it. God can do so much more than what you can. You understand what I'm telling you? Because at the end of the day, all this limelight, all the fame, all the fortune, all the recognition, all this stuff, you can have all of this. But if you don't know who you are in Christ, if you don't know who you are within yourself, if you don't know how truly remarkable you are, how beautiful you are within yourself, all this stuff, all this distraction, basically, it's gonna shift you to do things, and be in the wrong place and wrong people, and you're gonna be like, what am I doing with my life? even though you have everything laid out in front of you. You get what I'm saying? How many famous people have all the money in the world, have all the fame in the world, but yet still not happy, but yet still, messing with their bodies, partying, doing drugs, suicidal, depressed, you know? It's in your face. Money doesn't bring happiness. Money is a tool in order to better yourself, your family, and the kingdom of God. And it's that simple. But money is not your identity. Money is not your self worth. Money is not what you bring to the table. You understand what I'm telling you? And that's a big difference between your self worth and what people think you need to bring. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying. So far, I got my gym going. I got that poofy thing. My mattress topper is kind of looking thicker now because I put it on the table. I mean, on the bed. So you know what I'm saying? It's oh my god, my legs are falling asleep. Let me stretch them out a little. There you go. They're falling asleep. But yeah, I appreciate everyone, on my live and stuff. So remember who you are. Remember whose you are. Don't believe the lies of the world. People are only going to post what looks pretty. I try my best to post everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, because at the end of the day, like I'm very real. I'm very upfront. I'm very honest. I'm gonna show you the good, the bad, the ugly because this is what it takes to be successful. It's not always like the positive, well, not positivity, but like the shining things. You know what I'm saying? Like people going on vacation or people posting, which is a good thing. Don't get me wrong, but if you want to really show people what it takes to really inspire them and help them be committed to their goals and dreams, you have to show them what it takes. You know what I'm saying? The late nights, the constant prayers, the tears, the fighting, the commitment, doing what is right even when nobody's looking, being committed to the cause. It's not an easy thing. Everybody want to show you all this stuff, but when you really look at it, a lot of social influencers are doing OnlyFans, you know what I'm saying, doing things behind the scenes that nobody knows until later on. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, everything that's beautiful or that looks beautiful is not all beautiful. This is where you got to be concrete and rooted in your self worth and your truth. So you're not doing things that you're going to later on regret in your life. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, your beauty is your beauty, and you define your beauty by how you carry yourself, how you treat other people, and how you serve the Lord. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people want to be out here talking about they don't believe in God, que si esto lo otro, and they wonder why their life is in chaos and shambles, why it's falling apart. They have identity issues. They have identity crisis. You know what I'm saying? All I know is if you really want to know about God and Jesus, you have to start that personal relationship with Him. And it's just talking to Him. You can just start, just talk to Him because once you feel God's love in your heart and your soul, it literally transforms your life. Literally everything. Everything is just a lot better, a lot brighter, a lot, what I'm saying? Don't even get caught up in how people be like, oh, the trial, the tribulation, and try to scare you and stuff like that. Sometimes trial tribulation is just empowering you, growing you, healing you, helping you become the person God created you to be. In other words, establishing the habit, establishing the self worth, the identity, the belief system is gonna empower you to be strong, to be successful. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm gonna give you. You know what I'm saying? I thought I could be here all day. I could preach to you all day, but that's not going to do no good until you experience God in Christ for yourself. And when you do, it's going to literally blow your mind. Your mind, your mind, your mind. All right, because I have the tingles in my legs. Oh, I got to shake it off. So, yeah. All right, so I have okay, I have, you know, let me kind of get this out of the way. My apologies. Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry. Getting back to what I was saying about like my hair. Yeah. So basically, before I started my life, I was kind of um concerned because of like I know God is helping me grow it out now because God is faithful and powerful. But getting back to what I was saying, so I was like, oh, kind of try to put a hat or maybe a do rag or whatever the case may be. But God is telling me like, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. So sometimes you stepping outside your insecurities or the things you're dealing with and really walking in the trust and love in God would give empowerment and inspiration to other people to stand in their journey. You get what I'm saying? Just because it may look like this now doesn't mean it's gonna look like this forever. So this is something God is calling us to do. Sometimes we try to polish everything and we try to, but sometimes maybe God is just wants you to be raw, be honest, be transparent, be be real, so people can be like, oh, because a lot of times or oftentimes we're all in the same boat. You know what I'm saying? We all want to support our family. We all want to be successful. We all want to be beautiful, feel beautiful. We want to be blessings to other people, and we want to have true love. We want to have a partner that we love and cherish, who love and cherish us, and just want the overall beauty in life. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be real with yourself and what you're dealing with and what you're going through, and take that as a learning lesson so you can really grow and learn, because at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's not about me. It's not about Geo. It's about God and what He's doing in me, for me, and through me, in order to be a blessing to other people, to glorify His glory, manifest His glory. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, people look at me, and whatever they may feel or think, good or bad, at the end of the day, God is using me in ways that only He can, to be a blessing in ways that only He can establish. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying. It's not about me, me, me. It's about him, him, him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so getting back to what I was saying, so I got the 10 pounds weight because I wanted to do like my shoulders, but sometimes I feel like doing 20 pounds is like too much on my shoulders. And remember, you have like cups and you have ligaments and you have like tissue and muscle and all that stuff. It's like a joint. You know what I'm saying? So I bought something lighter to build the muscles in my shoulder or even like in my elbow. So when I do my workout, or like you don't feel like, even here, like if I go like this, I feel a little bit right here. But this is it's basically, I think it was like for my job, because I used to do like freight flow, like the warehouse and the equipment, and like it's just basically heavy boxes, unloading trucks, loading trucks, all that good stuff. So I learned how to get like smaller weight, so you could kind of like start small. You know what I'm saying? You could do like maybe, say this, okay, so you could do five of these, right? 5 reps equals 1 set. So you could do 2 sets, which is 10 reps, and you divide it. But you pace yourself. You pace yourself, and also you find your rhythm, like your breathing rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Inhale, exhale, and don't do too much that you're like, you know what I'm saying? That you're like lightheaded and you're about to pass out, because you don't want to do that, especially if you're working out alone, or if because you don't want to overdo it and nobody's around to help you. Something does happen. So do light until you build the muscle and you build the confidence. You can do a little bit more. Anything that's like too much, make sure you have a partner with you. Make sure you have a spotter. Make sure that you're and within reach that someone can help you if something does happen. God forbid. You know what I'm saying? So then I started like with my lifting. You lift like that. You see what I'm saying? So you do your lifting, and then when you do like this kind of lifting, right, you lift, and it helps do like your shoulders right here. It helps like strengthen all this. So when you do more of the weights, or if you do more like your presses like that, which it does like your shoulders right here, it strengthens all of this. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are busy, and sometimes like anything to do related with work, or like anything heavy, anything warehouse related. Sometimes we're like, especially retail, like sometimes like you're moving and you're going, and then you're like working out muscles you don't know you have, and sometimes you end up damaging them, or like tearing them, and you don't realize you're doing that because you're like jolting around. And this is what I mean, like when you work out, you're empowering your muscles, right, your body, your form. So when you're doing something, you're not putting too much stress or overwhelming them, that you're damaging them. You get what I'm saying? So this is what I mean. So even when I was like doing like the whole warehouse stuff like that, I would do my little workouts here. I would do like my push-ups, my diamond, my regular push-ups for my chest. What you call that? Yeah, my push-ups. I would do like these, like my shoulder presses. I will go like over my head like that. You see, like that. I would also do like that, because it helps rotate your shoulder and like your joints on your elbow and also your wrist. Since you're like in retail, you're always moving things around. Um, you can also do like you go like your ups like that. This is why I got the smaller one, because you could do this. You see that? And you see how you see like my muscles. You see my arm. You see, so basically, if you go and you go like that, you see all that. You see, like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like you have like your inner tone muscles, your tricep. I think you call these your tricep. You have all of these, so it works all of that, and it also it tones this. So if you go a deeper look at right here, it tones all of this right here, so it doesn't have like saggy skin. So when you go like, you see, it tones all of this. So this is good for like anybody that struggle with like excessive skin or like things just sagging. It helps you kind of build those kind of muscles. Um, so far, I don't even know how long I've been on this. My apologies, because I gotta go to my grandma's in a little bit. Okay, I'll be here for a little bit more. So I wanted to show you that. Yeah. So also when you go like this, you see how my chest pops out. So when you want to do chest workout, you line your back straight like that. And pop. You could just like poke them out a little bit, and then you go like, you know, you see, and you go like that. You could do like three on each side, like that, and then just kind of tone your muscles. Or you could do your presses, shoulder presses, which is like that. You pick them up, you drop. You pick them up, you drop. You pick them up, you drop. Or if I could get a little bit. Then like for like your wrist, like I don't want to trigger on that, but like your wrist, you could do your twist. This is what I mean. You see how you kind of stretch your muscles, your shoulders, because this is what works for me when I want to make sure you know I'm good to go. And a little bit goes a long way. So when you do like a little workout, it gives you energy, it gives you strength, it clears your mind too. This is good for like for anybody who is struggling when it kind of like eating disorder or stress or self-image. Like working out is such a good way because it helps empower you, but also it's wise to also seek help if you are struggling mentally or physically, emotionally, or spiritually. And like I keep saying, God can do absolutely the impossible for you. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, then I have like you could do your up like that, and then you see how if you curl up, you could do like, you know what I mean. Or if you go like that, you could do that as well. What else I'm doing? You can also do like your calf process. You go like that. I don't know if you can see that, but like if you go back a little bit and you go like on your tippy toes a little bit, like that, and then you go up, it works out your calves. You see, you go nice and easy, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So you can do stuff like that as well. Also, before any workout, you make sure you stretch, right? So you make sure you're stretching your body, you're stretching your muscles. I'm gonna pick up this laptop a little bit. My apologies. So you guys can see me better. Let me see if I can pick this up. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my life. God bless you. I love you. I thank you guys so much. Um. So yeah. So if you want to do any workout, make sure you're like stretching. So you could stretch up like that. You go stretch out like that. And this is when you're stretching, it's whatever you can do. Don't feel like you have to do like a whole yoga thing and then you're like pulling muscles or you're like overstretching. Just take your time, whatever you can. Stretching is very good when you work out as well because it helps like just give you like that energy and flow and just empowers your muscle. Because sometimes we're such in a rush that we go to work and we're tired, but like when you do a little stretching, just a little bit in the morning, it goes a long way, and you will feel the difference when you stretch just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So stretching could be like your arms like that. You could do this is like in school. Remember we was in school, we do like the circle, or if you go like you stretch your body like that. You know what I'm saying? Or if you go like you go like that. If you can see that. You see? You're like a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. So that way you feel the good. And you can just grab your arm like this. You see how, like that? Like if you're like kind of scratching that itch in the back, you go like that a little bit, then you kind of tilt your body, and you will feel like the stretching and the tightening. You stretch your body, and you will feel it, and it feels good. Like it feels, you know what I mean? Just like if you go to like a chiropractor and he's like cracking all your body, stuff like that. So like like that. Also, I'm gonna move this stuff on my way because it's kind of like in my way. Oh, it's balancing, baby. It's balancing. Look, got my gym going. That's good right there. Let me move this. I don't want this like hitting me. So another thing, like just you could do this, and you could do also because I have more weight on this, so you could do more shoulder presses like that. Or you could do like that, and then you know what I mean. Or you could do like wider, like that, and it's so you could do like your chest and your shoulders, like that. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends, but just take your time. Take your time, build your muscle. You know. So also you could do like your stretching. You could do like stretching like that. You can spread your legs and go like that, and it's just like oh, this feels good. Yeah, there you go. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of just lean forward, just touch your toes if you can. Or if you want to go, you can do like a stretch like that, like going from like tip to tip. You know? Ooh, this feels good. Ah, you know what I mean? I haven't done this in a minute, but that's what I mean. Like you stretch and you feel refreshed. Okay, TikTok, I'm coming. Let me see. Let me go back, baby. All right, all right. You know, TikTok telling me to confirm. Or if you want, you can like stretch like that, and then you just kind of like, you know what I mean? And you could go like a deep stretch like that. That feels good. Same thing, vice versa. On the other side, you put your leg up like that, and just like a deep stretch. You know what I mean? Not nothing crazy. Just take your time and see how far like you could go, but you don't want to overstretch. Which is it's good for like your inner thigh, especially for like your joints right here, like your pelvis. Because you know how often we try to do something, right? We try to, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, and you feel like you pull something because you're not stretching your inner, you know what I mean? Or you can also do like, pick up one leg like this. And if you can see it, but like you pick up one leg like that, you see, and you can go forward. Same thing with the other one, hold it back, go forward. Just be careful doing that one because you want to make sure you got your balance. You don't want to be off balance and end up falling. But what that does is stretches like your muscles here, and then cracks like not crack, but like stretches like your foot. You know, same thing like that. When you do like the ones I was just showing you, it does like your inner thigh muscles right here, your hamstrings. But you can also do like, you know what I mean? If you go like kind of like this, like a star, but then you kind of like, you know what I mean? Or even if you want to go like that or like that. It's like many different things. Also, like yoga or meditating is good for you too, for your mindset and stuff like that. But yeah, you got like that, you know, or like that, or like that. You know what I mean? So just like a little bit, like even this, even like 2 minutes of doing this gives you energy and strength. You know, you feel like, oh, I could, take on the day and stuff like that. So far, yeah. Then you have like your squats and stuff like that you can do as well. That's good for like, like your back muscles, your booty, and like the back hamstrings. This is garbage. I'm gonna get rid of all this. Gotta make more room. Whew, telling you. Nope, that gets the weird. Oh no, that one's over there. Give me like 2 minutes. I'll get rid of this real quick. Garbage, 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 garbage. Take me away to better days. Come on, come on. All right, all right. So that, and then I wanted to do like my chest process, like on my machine. So I don't know if you guys can see that, because it feels like it's so far away. Let me see if I can move this out my way. All right, that's over there. You can move. I don't know. Is this still charging? Still charging. Hopefully, you guys can hear me on my Facebook Live or no TikTok. No, what do you call that? YouTube. My apologies, YouTube. I'm trying to get this as close as I can so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Can you guys see that? I want to get it close enough. Definitely gotta put my phone to charge because the thing is acting up. Alright, this is charging. If you guys can see that. Alright, maybe you guys can see all that. Alright. Okay. I'm trying to get this as close as I can so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Can you guys see that? Alright, my apologies. Alright. Hopefully you guys can see that. So I wanted to try like my chest braces because it's been a while. Not that one, this one. This one can go over here. Ka-bing, bing, ka-bing, bing. All right, let me see. Ka-bing, bing, ka-bing, bing. All right. Just make sure when you're using these, you have to tighten the side. You make sure they're pretty tight, because sometimes when you do like your workout, they come loose and they kind of wiggle a little bit. So you don't want that happening. Not too much dirt on this. Too much dirt. All right. So let me see. You go back. Make sure you have enough space. Woo! All right. Okay. Let me see. I don't know. I'm trying to see how you do it. Trying to fill this pump, babe. You could do like wide. You could do like that, right? And then you could go up and down. Make sure it's not too heavy for you, because if you don't have a spotter, you don't want to do this without having someone to help you if you get stuck. You could also turn like your shoulders, or your elbows, like in like this, kind of like a dash, I guess you could say, and then it will trigger more of your chest muscles. And then you can tell if your muscles like on your chest are moving, or they're compressing, or they kind of do like that bounce, kind of like, because every man want to get them pecs really nice and tight. It's also good for your core. It helps also with like expanding your breathing as well. You know what I'm saying? So you just go like nice and easy and take your time, find your balance, you know? So you got like, the ones like this. You can add 5 pounds, 15 pounds, 20 pounds. But like I said, make sure if anything that is like overload or too heavy, you have a partner, you have someone that can help you if something does happen, God forbid. I'm not a fitness instructor, I'm not a physical coach, none of that. This is what I learned through my experience. If you want to practice it, that's on your own free will. All right, guys. I don't mind, being along with the journey, and we help each other achieve our goals, because when you have an accountability partner, you just have someone with you, kind of helps you push more. Kind of like, okay, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? Also, you get like a more wide range motion when you have like dumbbells. When you do like if you're doing squats, pulses, individual muscles. So this is good, like when you want to do more of your chest and stuff like that. So, oh, okay, all right, all right. My apologies. All right, so like that, you could put like your back in, depending how it works out for you. But you go like that. You bring them together. You bring them apart, but you also find your balance. Just take your time, so that way it's not too much. Trying to like, still get in the rhythm of things. Then like I don't know if you can see, but my pec muscles they do that bouncing thing because the muscles are being contracted. So that's how they're bouncing. Or if you go like how do you go like that, and you go like that, and then over, and then down, over, and then down. Sometimes people do like that, and they kind of like, I think they call it like the fly, you know. So you could do as well like that. But this is when you do something like that, like the fly, when they're more out, make sure that the weights are actually lighter, because I think you can only go up to maybe 15 pounds. I think that's the most that you can kind of do like the thing before they, because if it, anything more than that, from what I learned, it's too much weight and you get damaged, like your I don't know if it's like the ligaments inside your muscles, like in your shoulder cup, because you're stretching. So you see how you stretch and you feel it. You don't want to tear this, because this what gives you like the mobility and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to hurt nothing. So that's why it's important to stretch a little bit before you do any kind of workout, and you just take your time. Don't rush through it. Find your position. Position yourself well. Make sure you take your time. Don't overdo it. Don't stress yourself out. Like I said, it's you versus you. You're not in competition with nobody. You're not here to impress nobody. You're here to impress yourself, do what's right for yourself, and continue to push forward in your life. You know what I'm saying? Little by little, day by day. But we have to understand also that what we're doing now and what we're establishing now is for long term. You might feel tired, you might feel exhausted, you might have every reason in the world to give up, every reason in the world to not even try. But what makes someone great and powerful that they continue to try, even when they have all the reason to not. You know what I'm saying? So take your time, believe in yourself, have faith in God, little by little, day by day. You know what I'm saying? If you have to set boundaries, set your boundaries. You are important too. You are valuable too. There's a reason why God made you. There's a reason why you're here. He has an incredible purpose for your life. Always remember that. Don't run away from the one that can save your life. You get what I'm saying? Everything that looks pretty is not always pretty. Everything that looks ugly is not always ugly. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So I'm trying to, so also, I don't mind taking tips from anybody too. Like anybody has any kind of tip for like pec work or like upper pec work. Cause I wouldn't say struggle, but I feel like over the years, I have tried how to figure out how to make my pec, muscles work. Even though I can feel them contracting. I can see them doing the thing, but I never feel the burn. Like I never feel like, oh, one time I did that was in Planet Fitness. I don't know how many years ago. It's maybe like 2 years after I started my journey, my fitness journey, going to the gym. That you stand up against like that, against like the presser, like the machine that's like that. I did it and I felt it, like that one time. And after that, no. And so I'm trying to figure out how to, if that's okay. You're not supposed to feel the burn, or I mean, I don't know, but I mean, I do see it moving. I do see it contracting. I just want it to be bang. You know what I'm saying? Big babies, like boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like pillowcases. You know what I'm saying? Just rest on them things. Don't be afraid of it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. Then again, you probably gotta take like protein, and like your weight gain shakes and stuff like that. So you get like, that stuff going. Hello, Big Daddy on the block. You know what I'm saying? Like, Even though I'm like 5'3", but either way, I want to be a little buff daddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to look like a little pit bull, but I'm trying to be a little, just decent. You know what I'm saying? Just decent. You know what I'm saying? Like, holy mackerel. You know what I mean? I also have like 20-pound weights that you can also do the same like workout, but that's when you build your strength and these become lighter to you. So you can do these a few times until you get like, okay, so this is, you know what I mean? And then you can start doing heavier stuff. You can kind of like do your thing and stuff and do your business. That's all I'm saying. Just work out, take care of your business, forgive others, forgive yourself, have faith, take your time, your life is your life, and what you make is what you make it. You know what I mean? So why not use your life to be what you call that, like an incredible story for someone else, you know what I mean, to help inspire millions of people to continue to fight and progress in life, because we all have our heroes, we all have our inspiration, aspiration, goals and dreams, we all had our faith, but it's time to put into work, put into action, to call it, you know what I'm saying? So but how's everyone doing today? How's everyone's Saturday going? God bless everyone. How we feeling? How we doing? How we vibing? Hello, everyone. You know what I mean? How we doing today? It's beautiful Saturday. You know what I'm saying? But be careful. Anybody on the Connecticut, Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, like all this side over here, be careful because it's super cold outside, super windy. They say like if you're out there for 30 minutes showing any kind of skin, you could get frostbite because it's literally 20 degrees below the temperature. So over here it was like, was it 4 degrees? But it was saying -4 because of the winds and stuff like that. So why not be home and work yourself out? A little deja vu feeling, but it's all good. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. Just gotta work out and, you know what I'm saying, do something. Cause I'm trying to get in the rhythm. But anybody got some advice, then just let me know. But just take your time. Just take your time, find your rhythm, deep breathing, build yourself up. Because I want to build this pecs. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get the muscles going. All I'm saying. All I'm saying. So you got that, and then you have like, how did I do it? I think it was like sideways, like this way or that way, and then like that. You see, and then like your pec muscle will like pop up. Just take your time, find your rhythm. I remember doing this in the gym too. Like this was no joke, man. Then you had those other dudes. Like the thing is like literally giant freaking muscle. Like what? Like bro, relax. Like it's not that deep. Even though it's sheer inspiration, but Lord have mercy, they out there like, bro, like what? Mm-mm. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try my 20s. These are good. They're by Ethanos. Can't pronounce the words right, but you know what I mean. Some of them at 20. 20 each, so that's like 20 on each arm to build like your strength and muscles. So you know what I'm saying? Take your time, breathe, find your rhythm, you know, and it's good to work out to keep yourself in shape, keep your mind in shape, keep your body in shape. That's what I'm saying, you know what I mean? I don't even know what time it is, so hold it. All right, this is kind of heavy, you know what I mean? But yeah, so you know, go back and then let your muscles take your time. You know what I mean? It's just find your rhythm. Even if you do one set of like five, you know, just start small until you build yourself up. Take your time. Thank you, Lord. Have faith. Make sure you drink a lot of water too to replenish yourself when you start sweating and building up a sweat. You know what I mean? So this is what I mean. So, all right. And just build. Here we go. So you have that. I have that. I was thinking about getting like 15 pounds ones too, so I could kind of build my thing a little bit. I don't know if that's looking anything, but a little bit. You know, just take your time, build your muscle, have fun with it too. You know, you want to put a little bit of music and something to get your juices going, juices flowing. Then by all means, do your thing. I forgot you can also do abs too on this, like I was doing earlier. I'm trying to fix myself. My apologies. But yeah, so you put like your feet underneath this stuff here. I think it was this one. Was it this one? Let me see. Okay. So like you put your feet underneath this right here, and it's just kind of like, and you do like your abs. You know what I mean? So you kind of like take your time because you're gonna feel it like in your abs. You can also like, you know, like that. You know, just take your time. You know, and just build your strength in your core. You know what I mean? You can literally feel the heat just rising. This is such a good workout, you know, or you could just like, or just curve. You know what I'm saying? And you go like that. Because when you do like your left and your right, it works out your muscles here. Like the obliques right here. The obliques right here. Also like your V cut right here. You know what I mean? So you just take your time. You keep pushing forward. And you just keep building your core. You know what I mean? So just keep building your core. You know what I mean? And it can also go like that. Like that. Or you could go like, you know, take your time and build yourself up because it's a beautiful thing. You know, you got to make sure you take care of yourself. You eat right, you exercise right, you grow your mindset so that way you empower yourself until your goals and dreams. You know what I mean? So far that's it right there. Um, Stretching, a little workout here and there. You know, power like your strength in your arm or like your abs, like your contours here. If you get like if you don't get see that, I probably need another light, but like your contour. I have a little poof up, but working on that. Try to get rid of all this stuff. Put everything in place. Nothing but garbage. I don't know what I'm do all this, but this is part of this. There's some going there. All right. So that's all good in there. All right. So I think I'm done. All right. So with that, I'm done. I thank you so much, everyone, for coming on this journey with me to put the mattress topper, setting up my home gym, a little mini workout. Thank you so much for sticking along. Thank you so much for your love, your comments, your like. My name is Mr. Royal Diamond, aka Mr. Nieves, also known as Gio. You can follow me, like me, comment, subscribe. I thank you. I love you. What else I was thinking? Something else. So once I'm gonna do like 24 hours, maybe more for my mattress topper. Then I'm gonna do another live when I put like my other different sheets and putting the bed together. My apologies for the mess. You know how that is. Just trying to little by little get everything set up. But yeah, I definitely got to go through more of my clothes and see what else I could kind of like, you know, because I have so much and I have gajas of clothes everywhere, and it's just I don't, I don't know what else to do honestly. But yeah, so far it's looking poofy, my little thingy. But yeah, but thank you everyone. Wishing you an incredible day. Happy Saturday. God bless all of you. Until my next video, my next live. Peace. You know what I mean? Ay, yes, yes, yes. All right, I don't even know. Okay, then you do that. Yeah, baby, you got that. You got